Oh,
Oh.
just come on. Come on, everybody. They're going to ramble, so get your geek on. It's time to ramble. Sha. There's no need to gamble. Unzip and let your nerd out. It's time to ramble. They're here to unscramble all the latest cool stuff. It's time to ramble. Especially last episode. No need to stumble into He-Man's mother's pussy. It's time to ramble. And yo. All right, there we go. Look at us. Here we are. Ramble Radio 482, Eddie. Look at us. You were all caught up on the Penguin. This is a Ramble podcast, the Geek's Guide to Pop Culture. We are the Geeks. I would be comedian, cancer fighter, Jerry Rocha right there. We got my brother, the one and only.
Comedian, podcaster, Ed Pence.
The main. Pence. This is our supplemental episodes that you heard, which last Ramble, if you tuned in, you would know the origin of Ramble Radio, how it all began. And this is it, Ramble Radio number 482. Mainly, we're here to talk about the Skeleton Crew, but a quick wrap up on the Penguin series, which Eddie is now finished. And your thoughts, now, Mr. Pence?
The Batman 2, whenever that comes out.
I actually want to see it now.
I do want to see it now.
But
they're going to have to do a hell of a job of building up whatever the main villain, whatever the villain's going to be in that film.
If it's not Penguin.
If it's not Penguin, if it's I don't know how you develop a Joker character to compete with this guy.
You can't. This is the fucking. Oh my god.
Because he is.
Oh my god.
After the end of this 8 episode series or whatever it was, I can see him being the Penguin. I can see Penguin running for mayor and winning and becoming the mayor of Gotham.
Pulling a Trump with this guy.
Yeah, and absolutely doing that. And then now you make Batman the bad guy.
Oh. How great would that be? That's just pulling it. They're going to pull a Trump with this. It's going to watch. That's going to be the parallel. It's going to.
It's so fucking. It was so good. It was so good.
I saw the funniest meme is it's just that the final shot. To those who haven't seen it, I'm not going to say anything, but just the final shot, and they show one character, and it said Latinos for Trump, and they show the Penguin, and it said Trump, and I was like, yep, perfect. Chef's kiss.
Watch the last 5 minutes of the last show and you'll understand.
If you see the whole thing, it's so your Penguin, so good. I get to get on what's it called? Creature Features. What's it? Terror Squad.
What the hell is it? Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos. Yeah, I gotta get on that.
It's good, man. I like it. I really like it.
And holy shit, Skeleton Crew.
Whew. Episode 4 now.
Episode 4.
And a lot more has been revealed. Now we found out that there's not just Atten. There's like 9 other of these planets.
We knew there was 9 others, but we had heard they were all destroyed. And Atten was the only one who was spared. And now that, again, spoiler, now that we get to this other planet, one of the others that they think is at Atten, but it just sounds Atchen, I think, was the one that accidentally went into. It definitely was destroyed, but not in the Alderaan destroyed.
No, it's there. It's just war-torn.
Looks like it got nuked.
Ravaged.
Yeah. Looks like it just got nuked. And there are still people living there. There's tribes fighting, warring each other.
There's children soldiers. It's crazy. And the warring factions seem to, one side seems to have, it looks like they're wearing the Mud Trooper helmets from Minbin. If you saw the Solo movie that Han Solo dressed up in when he was part of the Empire, which makes you think, okay, if a couple of them had the helmets and some people had the goggles on, and it's spitting image of the Mud Trooper garb. And so that leads me to think, okay, so the Empire didn't hide these planets. The Empire must have discovered these planets and went and wiped them out.
And then you also see the what look like the clone trooper tanks.
There would look like to be Clone War era hover tanks. I couldn't make out if it was an exact copy of a Clone War hover tank or if it was a similar sort of hover tank. But the thing that was definitely a direct copy was the Mud Trooper helmets.
What I'm trying to figure out when they get to this planet and they see what looks like Fenn's house.
Yeah.
Looks just like it.
Spitting replica.
Are planets being cloned?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, is this some sort of
not just people? Like it looked because everything was the same. Everything was the same except this place was destroyed.
Was it some sort of experiment they did where they had 10 of these similar planets and everything's exactly the same, and they manipulate them different ways to see how things would go? I mean,
and this was, I think, with the warring children and all that. It was, but with kind of the Neil story in this. Who, by the way, I think Neil. Next to Jude Law, Neil's my favorite character because
Neil's coming up. Neil had a strong fourth quarter.
I just think he's so earnest. I think it's hilarious how like in the first episode or the second episode when the girl Fen lies, like we killed him, and he goes like he's such a like gullible earnest. I love him. I think he's hilarious and like it was very much like a very well done kids show lesson story, right? Yeah. But it also was so fucking dark with that little girl. Like, one day I'm gonna lead this tribe. You're like, what the fuck? Like, it's just.
And the father sending their kids out to fight battles.
To go fight battles, like
fucked up,
crazy, fucking. It was
and from
really
like
horrific.
The story is pulling me in. The mystery's pulling me in. I'm loving the writing, but what's really stands out to me compared to what we got in Obi-Wan Kenobi and what we got in Boba Fett and even Acolyte is how well this is shot.
It like you said, it's like Andor.
It looks like Andor. It is shot so well.
Like the Andor directors came and like, look, we'll direct this. We'll shoot.
It doesn't look like it's done in that fucking dome thing that they do. Right. Nothing looks overdone. Like Acolyte looked like a TV show. It looked like sets. It didn't look great. There was moments it did, and a lot of times it just looked, this just looks like Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Right. Yes. And there was no goofy action like the Leia chase scene in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
With Flea and the other guy. It's just like, what the fuck is this? Like, it looks so fantastic. And my God, the mystery, I tell you, and fucking, what's his name? What's Jude Law's character with Crimson Jack? What's his name?
Crimson Jack.
Crimson Jack. I think it's, he clearly has somewhat of a good heart.
Yeah.
He could have easily sold everybody out and gotten the fuck out of there.
Which makes I'm like wondering why he's doing this, because I don't know if his motives are clear. His motives to us aren't clear yet.
Yes,
why he's doing things like this.
What I think is hilarious is, I guarantee you, he gave that other tribe one credit to buy those and fucking pocketed all the others from that kid. There's no question he stole the rest of those credits and just gave the one shiny credit to that group, right?
Right.
And was like, look here, I'm sure.
But like, I'm wondering, like, that seemed like such an easy way. Like, I was waiting to cut to a shot of all the guys, that entire clan dead. Like something that like he either has some power we don't know about, or the robot took them all out, or something. Because I don't see what credits would mean on that planet.
It's gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna get that answer, right? Because
it seems on that planet, what's important are those animals and food and survival, and not credits.
Not credits. They wouldn't care about credits.
So I think something happened there that we don't know about.
Which is why I think he stole the fucking kids. He stole that kid's lunch money. No question.
And he did something else to those fucking people. I don't know if he paid them off
or get rid of them.
Yeah.
And did he unleash SM-33 on him?
That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, I don't know if they had the little ion cannon to shut him down, right? Like he just mow through him. Who knows? And the SM-33 character gets way more interesting when you find out he's been the one who's deleting all the charts. Seems like that so they make it to this hub and they find At-Aten, and that's the one planet where the coordinates have been destroyed, which makes me think Wynn's father is the one who somehow escaped and went to At-Aten and hid it. Like, he must have done something where the Empire was after him. I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm just spitting. And then he gets to At-Aten. He erases it. They erase it from everything. And he's like, fuck it. I'm leaving this pirate ship behind, and I'm just going to start a new life here in At-Aten.
Yeah. Something's going on with the dad.
I killed some guy. I took his outfit, right? And I'll just work my way up the ranks here at this and just say I've been transferred over from the other planet. You know what I mean? And then just start from scratch. Man. Because he must know, someone had to have known how to shut down the Great Barrier, land, bury that ship, and then walk out like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's Wim's father, or like you thought maybe his father.
Maybe his father, because maybe he was a child and he experienced all this as a child, and he doesn't want his kid to go through that shit or something like. I don't know.
Yeah, he put the pirate life behind him, and maybe that is the treasure, the pirate treasure of At-Aten. Is that what they don't realize is if you can make it here, you don't have to live this life anymore, right?
Yeah.
You just shit, man. You get a nice little government job, and you're making coin.
Right. But there's also something nefarious going on with these 10 planets and the way they're all carbon copies of each other, and people are just working and plugged into the system. There's something going on there.
Work. And how did At-Aten get like? It's where are they getting their orders from? If there's nothing, you know what I mean? Like it's...
And again, the fucking mud trooper helmets on the other planet. It's like, did the Empire find these and someone just hid that planet because they didn't want the Empire to get that one?
Right.
That was the last one left, and they didn't want the Empire to take over that one. Maybe that's what the Empire was doing, but after the Clone Wars and before the Battle of Yavin, they were doing that stuff when they were taking over parts of the entire galaxy. So that makes, this wasn't an Imperial planet. This was Old Republic stuff that was trying to be hidden.
It makes me wonder if this was all, because if it was the Empire, why would they have Old Republic credits? Yeah. Mint Old Republic. Why would they? What I'm wondering is if this is building to something, what could be there that propels the Star Wars universe forward going on from this? Right? What could have a...
Yeah.
Is that where Grogu's from? I mean...
Right. Or does this link back? I know at some point they're planning on doing films in the Old Republic days. Is this going to link back to something? Is it going to go backwards? Is it going to link us to something backwards that happened?
Because part of me, I really want... I'm really loving all these characters, and I'm hoping that they're in future Star Wars films that aren't prequel films. So when they landed on the other planet, I'm like, wait, is this some time travel shit? I first thought,
that's
wait a minute. Like, wait, is this a time travel thing?
Did they go in a wormhole or something?
Right. But no, it looks just like these planets are all fucking clones of each other, which is fucking crazy. And
it's got a real, like, sort of like Steven Spielberg Amazing Stories vibe to it. If you remember that old show, Amazing Stories, or even like a Twilight Zone sort of thing, where it
really is. I thought they were going to go full on Twilight Zone Outer Worlds if they had done a wormhole thing. I was like, where are they going with this? Like,
it feels a lot like the old Amazing Stories show that Spielberg used to produce back in the 80s. It's got that feel to it.
And again, it's the only parent that wasn't worried or panicking was Wim's dad. Yeah. And what does he know? He knows something.
He had the Danny Glover, I'm too old for this shit look.
He I got to go back and do something I never wanted to do. Right. I got to go do it.
That's the look.
Oh, fuck. What if he was a Jedi or a Padawan? He's like, I'm putting all this, I don't know. I don't know. But he had that. If I thought I was out, then they bring me back in. Like he had that.
I can't wait for episode 5.
Jesus, do you know how many we're getting to this?
I think it's 8, maybe 9, 8 or 9.
I could watch
8. I think it's 8.
I could watch 54 episodes of this.
I mean, this is literally every single one. I'm like at the end. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. I can't. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. The last series, I guess it was Andor, but even some of the Andor ones, I'm like, okay, get to it. Even Andor, I was like, all right, get to it. Like after the 3rd episode of Andor, I'm like, come on, just go.
See, I was the opposite. After Andor, I was like, oh shit. After the 3rd one, it was
like, a lot of them, but there's a couple there in the middle. I'm like, okay, the dude with his mom anymore. Let's just fucking go. Let's go. Like there was a couple times where I was just like, let's go.
The Andor thing, that I think it's still the best ending to any. It might be my favorite ending to anything ever, is when the old man gets euthanized and Andor's walking with fucking, what's his face, Andy Serkis. He goes, how many guards are there on each level? And he goes,
yeah, no, that's a great ending.
12. I'm like, God.
He's in.
That's it. The shit's going down. Whoo.
No. But I mean, I'm trying to, this series just keeps making me want I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the next one.
It's like Andor has perfected Star Wars for like a mature audience.
Yeah.
Where it's still Star Wars, like you could still show a kid, they might not get it, but you know what I mean? Whereas Skeleton Crew, I think they've perfected Star Wars for a younger crowd.
Right.
It's like, holy shit. And how they need to put these motherfuckers and the Andor guy, not that he would ever do it again, but Gilroy and this crew, they need to be in charge. Just have Filoni and Favreau cut the checks, and you know what I mean, and come direct an episode or two. This crew, the Andor folk and these folk need to just go. All right,
they know how to tell
the kingdom. Here are the keys to Star Wars. Go.
They know how to tell these Star Wars stories in a modern way where it feels fresh and different, and still adheres to a lot of the things that make us love Star Wars.
It's
which makes me think of a lot of Last Jedi was like what Rian Johnson is like. No, you're keeping the elements of Star Wars, but you're telling stuff. You're doing things where I'm like, oh, where are we going here? Yeah. This is new,
right? And it's still like, and there's still something very mysterious. Obviously, there's so many mysterious things about the characters. Obviously, the children. Number one, where the fuck did they come from? This planet at Atten, right? And then of course, SM-33 is beyond mysterious. Crimson Jack beyond like. Why does he even save Neil? Like, he clearly cares.
Yeah.
Like, if he's just using the kids for treasure and nothing else and doesn't give a shit, does he even rush to stop SM-33?
Yeah, I'm hoping they answer these questions.
Yeah, like it's.
I think they will. But...
It's fascinating, like how he's like, he's kind of untrustworthy. Like, I definitely wouldn't leave my wallet around him.
No,
but I think if someone was about to kill me, I think he'd have my back if we were.
Yeah, he's he's a scoundrel in the vein of Han Solo.
Yeah, just a great,
very much so.
Like, and I'm dying to know where they're all going to fit in, how this is.
Yeah.
He hasn't used the Force that we know of again, unless he just, dude. What if he just Force choked all those people?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, it just seems like we didn't see it. Which makes me go, okay, something happened more than him just paying them off.
Right.
That's too easy of an out for that situation.
Right. Which makes you think, was he just, obviously, they weren't really keeping him prisoner. He was just fucking around. Let me just see. I'll find a way to break.
Because he's like, oh, just shoot me. And then, like, we cut away, and the next thing you know.
And now they're all gone?
They're all gone.
He did something.
It's just weird.
He did
something. He did something, or SM-33 just went nuts and killed them all. Something happened.
Right.
He gave the order for SM-33 to kill them all. Something happened. He didn't just pay them off.
Man, what would be fucking crazy is if it cuts to a flashback, because they're still on that planet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next episode is how Crimson got out of it. And when he goes, oh, just shoot me. What if there is a slight this, and you see the leader of that tribe just turn and go, just shoot me. Like, he mind controls him. He makes that guy say, just shoot me to his men, and they all gun him down, and then they all kill each other.
Or it's a trigger order for SM-33 to go nuts.
Right. He knows SM-33 maybe. Like, or
when he was in that ship, he reprogrammed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is fucking.
I don't know. I'm interested. I mean, they got me hooked. So
Eddie, I can't fucking wait. It's just like
I wasn't expecting to love this show as much as I was. Which
Same.
Is cool.
Now I'm like, goddamn, it's this and Andor, and everything else can fuck off. Is how I feel. Like it's just that much fun. I don't know, man. I am just absolutely loving every second of it. I can't wait for more Skeleton Crew, and man, and as much fun as this was recapping it.
Yeah, this is what's coming up next is going to be the exact opposite of that.
This will be the Book of Boba Fett to Skeleton Crew.
Contractual obligations. Skeletor.
Fuck.
We were discussing the end of the Penguin at the beginning of the episode.
Oh yeah,
and how ruthless he is as a villain, and we think we can't think of a better Batman villain currently right now than the Penguin, and we know your arch nemesis is He-Man, so you're He-Man's number one villain. Is there anyone else out there that could compete with you to be He-Man's number one villain?
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna have to take the reins on this one since you're in my ballpark right now. Yes, I would think of the perfect villain who has charisma, moxie, and attitude that can get things done. And if you want to know where it is, that's right. It's my anal cock that's currently in Skeletor's mouth.
Okay.
All right. He's saying to ask, where's the one place that's too big for my anal cock? He says, go ahead, Eddie, ask.
Where?
He-Man's mother's pussy! This is just...
I hate it.
We got to get a new contrast, something.
I hate it.
Fuck, man. Cinesnob Cody?
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
Please, immediately.
Follow along. Cinesnob Cody.
Is this the risk we run talking Star Wars?
I guess it is. It kind of perks him up, and he has to chime in. That's the problem.
Oh, I just chimed in a bunch. If you get my chimed in the big guy's throat. Back for seconds. Oh, fuck.
You can find me patreon.com 5 days a week on the Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper. Also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
You can find me in the same Ramble. Try to rifle through the same Ramble locations. You can find Eddie and Cody.
Yeah.
I'm also streaming games, kicking Twitch under Retro Rocha. Just my name on YouTube. Find Eddie and I's YouTube pages. Find the Ramble's YouTube page. Subscribe. All that good shit. We love you all. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be back next week, Christmas week, with some rambling goodness for the Lotties until we're going to get now. We're going to have a ramble on Christmas Day.
How about that?
So
ignore the family.
Turn
the
around,
family. Sit around the podcast player.
You're already going to be sick of them. I think we just stroll. We geek out on our favorite Christmas presents we've ever gotten. How about that?
I like that.
You like that? Let's do that. All right. We love you guys. Stay safe out there. We will be back next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody. We love you. Oh, well, no. There we go.
There it is.
How about it? What an ending. What a beat.
Wow.
What a song. I mean, my God. Because, see, I think it's better that it's not an Imperial thing, because then, they clearly fail since Palpatine is cloned and he's able to bring an army of Star Destroyers. And I don't want to see these guys fail.
Yeah, something's going on.
I don't know. I can't fucking wait.